Hello students, in this video we will discuss a relationship between rest mass and relativistic mass, or we have to prove that relativistic mass m is equal to rest mass m naught upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square, where v is the velocity of the body comparable to velocity of light. Let us consider two inertial frames S and S dash, which are not under the influence of any external force. Let frame S is the rest frame and frame S dash is moving with constant velocity v, which is very high comparable to velocity of light in x direction. Let O and O dash are two observers in frame S and S dash respectively. Let us consider two masses m1 and m2 in frame S dash, which are moving in opposite direction with velocities u dash and minus u dash respectively, as recorded by observer O dash. Let masses m1 and m2 are moving with velocities u1 and u2 respectively, as recorded by stationary observer O in frame S. Let the two masses collide with each other. Let the masses m1 and m2 after collision comes at rest, as recorded by the stationary observer O in frame S, so that the total mass, which is the sum of m1 and m2, moves with the velocity of frame v as recorded by the observer O. From law of conservation of momentum, the total momentum of the masses before the collision will be equal to the total momentum of the masses after collision, which is recorded by stationary observer O in frame S. So total momentum of masses before collision is m1 u1 plus m2 u2, which is recorded by observer O in frame S, and the momentum of the masses after collision will be m1 plus m2 into v for observer O in frame S. If u1 is the velocity of mass m1 as recorded by observer O in frame S, then from velocity addition theorem, u1 is given by u1 is equal to u dash plus v upon 1 plus u dash v upon c square, where u dash is the velocity of mass m1 as recorded by observer O dash in frame S dash. If u2 is the velocity of mass m2 as recorded by observer O in frame S, then from velocity addition theorem, u2 is equal to minus u dash plus v upon 1 minus u dash v upon c square, where minus u dash is the velocity of mass m2 as recorded by observer O dash in frame S dash. So substituting the value of u1 and u2 in equation 1 and solving, we get m1 upon m2 is equal to 1 plus u dash v upon c square upon 1 minus u dash v upon c square, which on further solving we get under root 1 minus u2 square upon c square upon 1 minus u1 square upon c square. Let mass m2 is the rest mass and mass m1 is the relativistic mass for stationary observer O, which is in frame S. So for m2 to be the rest mass, substituting m2 to be m naught and u2 equal to 0, and for m1 to be relativistic mass, substituting m1 equal to m and u1 equal to v, in equation we get m upon m naught equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus v square by c square. So we can write m equal to m naught upon under root 1 minus v square by c square. So from this relation, it is evident that the relativistic mass of the body is a function of its velocity. As the velocity of the body changes, the relativistic mass changes. However, rest mass is independent of velocity. The concept of relativistic mass is only applicable when the body is moving with very high velocity comparable to velocity of light. So when v is equal to c, then m is equal to infinity, which is impossible. Also when v is greater than c, then m is imaginary, which is again impossible. So hence no material body can travel with velocity equal or greater than velocity of light.